It's the big show. Yes, it's a big bad show tonight.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing top 10 Survivor Series elimination matches. Again, this is my opinions only. Of course, you guys are going to have different opinions probably. This is just based off the matches I've seen. I've watched pretty much almost every Survivor Series matchup. This is pretty much just the elimination matchup. Nothing in the pay-per-views itself, just the elimination matchup. So with that being said, we're going to number 10, Kofi Kingston, Team Kofi Kingston versus Team Randy Orton. We had R-Truth, Christian, Kofi, MVP Mark Henry versus Orton and his legacy buddies, and William Regal and CM Punk. Great matchup, in my opinion. This was from the prime of Kofi Kingston, I believe. He was just pretty much getting some feedback from the fans and stuff, and he ended up defeating Orton and I believe Punk in this matchup to end the match, and it was a great sequence. Team Kofi, of course, secured the victory. The only complaint I have is Mark Henry got eliminated a little bit too soon. Other than that, it was a great Survivor Series matchup, and I recommend checking it out. And that's the reason it's on number 10, because it's not really a high-spotted match. It was just a great show of an underdog sportsmanship from Kofi Kingston. That's my number 10. Number 9 is going to be Team Batista versus Team Randy Orton. This was a pretty decent match as well. I mean, pretty much some of the tides were turned here. I mean, Orton, of course, having Cody, Regal, and some of the dedicated, and Kofi's teaming with Punk, Batista, and all that, you know. This was a great match. I can't complain about this. It was a decent Survivor Series match as well. I recommend you check it out. It's a pretty decent match. I mean, it just shows that Randy was one of the GOATs of Survivor Series, in my opinion. I mean, he outlasted a lot of people in that type of matchup. It's no doubt that he is going to retire one of the GOATs of this pay-per-view. And Team Orton ended up with the victory after Batista got an RKO, and Orton was a sole survivor, which, I mean, it was a great match as well. I mean, it's not as high as off on the list as most of these, because I went from sentimental value for most of these, and most of these are just matches that I prefer. If you guys don't prefer, I mean, obviously roast me in the comment section or something. But going to number 7, it is going to be the team of Team Miz. Number 8. It's Team Miz versus Team John Morrison. We got Morrison, we got Hardy, we got Finlay, we got Adam Warren, Shelton Benjamin, with it versus the team of Miz, McIntyre, Ziggler, Sheamus, and Swagger. I really love the team the Miz has, because it has McIntyre, Sheamus, and Ziggler. Great. It was a great team in my opinion, and McIntyre, Miz, and Sheamus were all the sole survivors. Great match. I recommend you check it out if you haven't yet. This match was in 2009, I believe, too, prior to the Kofi one. I believe it was before the Kofi one. But it was a great match nonetheless. I really enjoyed myself watching this match, because I just feel that it's nice to go back and watch some of these stars that you know today, like watch how they are and kind of see the evolution of them. But nonetheless, Miz, Sheamus, and McIntyre were the sole survivors. It was a great matchup. As I said, recommend you check it out. If you are trying to do like a string most of the Survivor Series matches, this is one of my top 10s. It wasn't my top, well, it was in my 8th position, but it still was a great match in my opinion. That's all I really have to say about this match. I mean, I like how Miz and Morrison were both like mid-card champions too. I thought that was a pretty cool touch. But going to number 7, it is going to be the Undertaker's debut in 1990. It's going to be the team, $1 Million Dream Team, I guess you could call it, versus the Dream Team of Dusty Rhodes. with Coco Beware, Bret Hart, and Jim the Animal Neidhart. And then we got the Honky Tonk Man, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Undertaker, and Ted DiBiase. Well, I was kind of shocked that DiBiase actually got the win here, to be honest. But, I mean, The Undertaker's debut will always overshadow this matchup, in my opinion, because there's just so much of an iconic moment that The Undertaker, like, his presence is just so cool. And the 30 Years of Taker was something, it's going to be a show that I don't think we're going to forget for a while, because it's going to be his final farewell and stuff. Which, I mean, I hope that, maybe we'll get another match out of him, hopefully. Who knows? But, this matchup made it to number 7, because, I mean, it's not the biggest match in Survivor Series history, but it was a really iconic Survivor Series match, if you know what I'm saying. So that's why it's number 7. But, number 6 is going to be the team of Andre the Giant, like the Heenan family, versus the Ultimate Warrior, which was Jim Neidhart, Ultimate Warrior, and the Rockers, versus the Heenan family's Haku, Andre, and Arn and Tully Blanchard. I believe Tully was replaced by Bobby Heenan, I believe it was. So, I mean, this was a great match as well. I really enjoyed this match. Andre got eliminated quite early, which was really a surprise, to be honest, which I mean, he wasn't in the prime health of his career, but when I went back and watched this matchup, I just don't know the value of Andre being in this match, just done it, and I really like Andre. I feel like, he could have been, he was a sole survivor, I believe, at the first Survivor Series matchup, I believe. But I think he could have been a sole survivor in this matchup too. I mean, but then again, I mean, Warrior has momentum in this matchup. He done really, really good. I love the spots in that match for Warrior's stance. But I really think that match was pretty solid, and that's why it's at number 6. It was like not there as like really, really high, like as a number 1 position. But it's like right in almost middle, you know what I'm saying? So like it's something I recommend for you to check out. So that's why that was number 6. And then we got number 5, and it is going to be Team Rose versus Team Shield. Now I think this is kind of obvious why this is on this list. For me, Roman Reigns absolutely dominated this matchup. I believe eliminating Mysterio, one of the Usos, I believe, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust, I believe it was. And, God, he almost eliminated the whole team, pretty much. So, like, Roman's performance just got it up that far because of how Roman done in that matchup. And I thought, one way or another to kind of include this matchup, I didn't want to put it really high on the list like 10. So I put it in the midway at 5. I think that's a decent position for this match to be in, because it was a pretty decent match. I mean, Cody just won the tag team titles, I believe, at the Battleground pay-per-view from the Shield. So it was pretty decent for its time, and it's held up pretty well as a great Survivor Series match. I thought, like, if we look back in the future and just look at some of these matches, maybe it would overshadow it, but actually it didn't. So that's why this match is number 5. I think it was a great match that still holds up to this day. So then we got number 4. It is Team Raw versus Team SmackDown in 2016. Now, this match, Bray Wyatt won because Roman was going for the spear, I believe, and Randy pushed Bray out of the way, and then Bray hit his sister Abigail for the win. This was pretty great, if I say so myself. But like, I think this match is kind of criminally underrated because I don't really see too many people talking about this match. But I personally think it was top 5 worthy, and just the spots in it is really done. I mean, Bray getting at Sister Abigail out of nowhere, the triple powerbomb spot. There's just a lot of spots in there that I really enjoyed, and I really think that really put them on the map put like some people on the map here as Survivor Series goats. I think Roman's one of them, of course, as I said, and I think Randy again has proved his status as one. I didn't really see too much from Ambrose. I mean, he did do a triple powerbomb spot with AJ Styles and stuff. Shane McMahon, again, he done great with his performance. The Spear Out of Nowhere was pretty cool. I just think if they would have like had like something like I don't know, like something else come out of this. You know how like they did like the Undertaker is gonna, what would have happened if the SmackDown team would have lost? I would have kind of liked to do that. But other than that, have no complaints. SmackDown won, pretty cool. I recommend you check this one out. But now we go to number 3, and it's going to be the classic Survivor Series top bout between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Team Bischoff. This was a really great matchup as well. It was a great way to ride off Austin as a co-GM or whatever you call it, something like that, the sheriff, whatever you want to call it. And they had the World Tag Team Champions for Dudley, Rob Van Dam, Booker T versus, and Shawn Michaels as well versus Orton, Steiner, Jericho, Christian, and Mark Henry. This was a great match as well. I mean, you can't really complain. When it comes to this, Shawn Michaels is one of my favorites of the Survivor Series. I think he always will be. Shawn put up a great performance, but again, it shows that Randy Orton is a fucking goat at Survivor Series because he did knock off Shawn in this, and it made Austin go away for a while, and I thought that was a really great storyline that really tied into it. And Orton again, I mean, he got the rub from beating Michaels and stuff, and I thought that was really well booked. And that's why this match is number 3 on the list, and not 2. I think it just had some ups and downs and stuff. But number 2 is one of my personal favorite Survivor Series matches. Team Authority versus Team Cena. This one really, really fucking ruled. For number 1, Big Show turned on John, and you thought, well, damn, the Authority's actually going to win and stuff. So having Sting come out was like the most iconic moment, I think, for Survivor Series, other than Taker. I think that was one of the most iconic Survivor Series moments, and helping Ziggler win. Ziggler looked like the baby face of those that with the Kofi Kingston one. I think Ziggler was the best baby face for Survivor Series. He looked like the straight up underdog because it was Harper, I believe, Kane, and Rollins, I believe it was, that he had to eliminate, because Henry got eliminated pretty quickly. I remember when Rusev got eliminated from a table dive. I think Ryback moved out of the way, or Rowan won and got counted out. So this one was a really good match. I recommend you check it out if you haven't yet, which I don't know how you haven't. That one was a really great matchup. That was in 2014, I believe. It was a really great match. I would recommend it to anybody who wants to start with a Survivor Series matchup that was really good. That one was one of my personal favorites for Survivor Series Live. And I don't think you could really top it except for the number 1, which is really, really star power. You cannot deny it at all. But this one, this is a 10 out of 10 as well. So Bank Ziggler is one of the best underdogs in professional wrestling, in my opinion. It made him look really, really good. But number 1, Team WWF versus the Alliance. This, you can't deny it. You had all the star power for Rock, Jericho, Big Show, Kane, Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Rob Van Dam, and Shane McMahon. The star power in this matchup just makes it number 1 out of no question about it. It just makes it number 1 out of the whole star power. Like, it was really, really fucking good. It was probably one of the most wasted opportunity storylines, but it was still a great match nonetheless. I think it's severely underrated, kind of, because it holds up a lot more compared to the new matches, because you kind of just have, like the one that's happening currently, the Survivor Series, is the time I'm recording, is one, this 11/15, 2020, so we're like probably I think a week away from Survivor Series or something, and it just doesn't feel like a Survivor Series because there's just randoms in there, in my opinion. But it just doesn't seem like a battle to beat fest, in my opinion. And I just miss when it wasn't about like brands, you know what I'm saying? It was just about like the best facing the best at a Survivor Series event, you know what I'm saying? But this is my number one, and I think you can understand why it's my number one. It just has all the star power in it, and all the qualities, and all the great spots in it to be number one, and that's why it is number one. I don't think anybody really is really going to deny this, but if you enjoyed this video, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. If you got any other video suggestions, just put them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys later. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.